Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that, everyone. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so this is Superman Annual number 11. This was Superman. So, again, we start off there with the prologue. Oh, so weary, so weary. Oh, surprise, he didn't hear his father. So there's Superman, but he's not Superman. Or is he? His weariness lifts. The man has his family about him. He is content. We switch to there. Again, there's my sandwich. Batman, Robin, and Wonder Woman. This is Jason Todd meeting Wonder Woman for the first time, too. And Wonder Woman says, I'm sure what he loves to hear. Oh, of course. The new Robin. I'm sorry, Jason. You look so much like Dick that I forgot for a moment. Nice to meet you. Welcome to an interesting career. This is quirky Batman. Think clean thoughts, chum. Again, they go in. There's Superman. Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, there he is. He's in a world of his own. Superman bones his wife. I don't know, Cal. Lila, why did you ever give up acting for this? I don't know, Cal. Remind me. And he does. He does. There's Jor-El. The Jor-El we all know and love. Marlon Brando. Yeah. Alright, so this was kind of where we left off last time. So now this again is where they meet Mongol. So according to this, at least according to the alright, so this is a real quick jump. Using this editing software for the first time. Sorry, folks. So yeah, so there's Marlon Brando. Now it switches back to the quote-unquote real world, and you find out that this is the first time that Batman and Robin and Wonder Woman are meeting Mongol. Right, so they've never come across him before. So in the pages prior to this, I can't show you everything because, again, I don't know if I'm going to get a copyright strike if I do. In the pages prior to this, you find out that the plant that is currently on Superman's chest is something called a Black Mercy. And what it is it's a cross between a plant and a semi-intelligent fungus. And what it does is it drains you of your bioenergy while at the same time psychically linking with you and providing essentially your heart's desire. So you pass away, you die in this, but live out this dream, and so you're content. And so Mongol mentions that it is possible for the victims to come out of it, but none of them ever want to, because you're in paradise. You're in your heart's desire. So this is actually really cool. I want to show you this part. So Batman, Mongol talks all this shit, and this and that and the other thing, and so Batman goes, "What are you?" And Mongol goes, "If you don't know my name, if you don't already know my name, then you're not worthy of an introduction. I'm the new boss around here, so I understand that you're not gonna, it's not gonna be a seamless transition. You guys have a lot of interesting customs that I need to learn." And he goes, "That I know, for example, that your society makes distinctions on a basis of gender and age, meaning, of course, that we tend to take it easier on women and the infirm, or children, right? Women and children first, right? Off the sinking ship." And he goes, "Perhaps then you could advise me. Which of you would it be polite to kill first?" And they're like, wait, huh? All right, and Wonder Woman's the first one to step up. She's like, look at that face. She's like, yeah, all right, bruh. And he's like, well, walks up and just, pow, thrutch. Fucking just catches him, socks him right in the kisser, and fucking breaks her hand. And he's like, all right, I think that's answered my question. All right, now we switch to, back to Krypton, and you find out that Kara Zor-El is in the hospital. She's been beaten up by extremists, by alt-right Nazis. Superman is with his son. He has to go meet his wife and daughter. On the way, they get sidelined because there is a march of the old Krypton Society. There's actually there's an actual name to the thing, the group of it, but essentially it's just people that think that the world is going to shit. Krypton's going to shit, and not in the way that Jor-El originally meant. And they need to bring it back. They need to make Maka. No, it'd still be that doesn't make any sense. It'd be Makuga. So make Krypton great again. All right, now we switch back to the Fortress of Solitude. Everything's fine. As Wonder Woman gets knocked through. So again, this is the great writing, and this is the great art. I mean, this is looking at this. It's kinetic and not necessarily painful. You don't look at it and you're like, oh, I physically hurt. But you can understand that there was a struggle, that she's being thrown through the wall with great power, with great force. And Mongul comes through the hole and he's like, oh, all right, you're putting up quite a fight. All right. Oh, he's knocked her into the Hall of Weapons. He's like, okay, I guess you can do that. And he fucking smushes her head. Meanwhile, Batman and Robin are just kind of chilling because they're doing detective stuff. Oh, Wonder Woman's running interference for us. So, let's try to figure out. So he just says, Superman, Cal, we're in serious trouble, old friend. You've got to wake up. That's all. Just wake up. All right. And then in the dream, the people of Krypton are told to wake up. And you find out that Jor-El is the leader of this extremist alt-right Nazi brigade. But they mock him. They mock him anyway. What sort of catastrophe is it going to be this time, Jor-El? Is the planet blown up again, or is it going to be floods and plagues? You fanatic! You torturer! Because the progressive left of Krypton want to release the Phantom Zone criminals because they say that it's cruel and unusual punishment. It's very strange. It's 1985, but there are things that resonate, and it's a little bit silly. General Zod and Ursa and who is it? Non from Superman 2, or also Man of Steel, the movie Man of Steel, are in the Phantom Zone. They're criminals. They're psychopaths. They're evil. That's it. Meanwhile, they leave. All right, Superman makes his way out of there, and instead of going to meet the daughter and the son, or the daughter and the mother, they drive out to the crater where Kandor used to be, the now bottled city of Kandor, and again, this is where it gets heartbreaking. Van, please, I know this won't make sense, but you're my son. I was there at your birth, and I'll love you always. But Van, I don't think you're real. Right? And so it switches back and forth. All right, so now there's this dust storm, and the kid's saying, "I want to see my mother. I want to see Orna. I want to just live my life. I want to be real." And he goes, "No, Van. Oh my God, I'm losing you. Please, just let me hold you once more, just once more." And Batman's pulling the plant off. Van. All right, now the plant's off. All right, now this is cool. This is cool because it goes from Superman and then latches onto Batman. Okay, so you see it again. It falls onto him. Sorry, with my light, it's not. So it falls onto him, and then now it's you can see it goes to, again, his heart desire. So it shows it's him and his parents walking down the street, and Joe Chill comes out from the alley and he fires, but he misses, and Thomas Wayne gets the gun, and everybody's happy. And again, there's that line again. The police lead the man away, and the child is safe in his mother's arms. The dark cloud of terror that had flapped squeaking through his mind breaks up, dispersing forever. He is content. Meanwhile, Robin's freaking out. This isn't Dick Grayson Robin. This isn't Jiminy Jilliker's Holy Rusted Metal Batman. This is Jason Todd going, "What the F? What am I gonna do? Holy cow!" And now this Superman means business. Who did this to me? And Robin goes, "I don't know, man. He was yellow and this. Oh, Mongo. But no, again, great writing. Some great writing. Because then I'm not going to show everything, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it on this. He hears a voice like Armageddon. It shows Mongol getting ready to punch fucking Wonder Woman some more. Jeez, there's no good way to do this because of the stupid light. So yeah, it shows Mongol again, and it says he hears a voice like Armageddon shouting his turn. He knows he has perhaps less than half a second in which to defend himself. All right, and so now on the next page, and again, I'm not going to cut to it, but on the next page, it's interspersed with Robin trying to figure out how he's going to get the plant off of Batman, and then also the Mongol stuff. But again, the Mongol stuff, he starts to reach towards his armor's weapon systems, letting the unconscious woman crumple to the floor. But the rock of the far wall seems to ripple outwards in a sudden cascade of power, and a 400-mile-an-hour wind slams into him like a steam hammer as big as the world, and he knows that he is far too late. And so Superman is just not having any of it. This is, you don't understand just yet. All right, Superman has that kind of quiet fury that sort of the Doctor has in Doctor Who, where, he's a Boy Scout. He's behind you all the way right up until you push him too far. And this was just a bridge too far. All right, and so again, Superman, get up. Get up, you vermin. Do you understand what you did to me? And fucking Mongol. Perfectly. And this is great, because you do have the supervillain doing the monologue thing. But I love it. It's cheesy, but I love it. He goes, I fashioned a prison that you could not leave without giving up your heart's desire. Escaping it must have been like tearing off your own arm. And now I'm going to kill you anyway. Alright, so then... Oh, this is so cool. So then he picks Superman up. Happy birthday, Kryptonian. I give you oblivion. He's about to kill him, right? He's going to rip his head off. And this is by far one of my favorite. This is why this comic is one of my favorite. But this one panel right here, well, let's say 2 panels, makes it all worthwhile. This one. Burn. That's it. Nothing. Superman, do you know what you did? Do you know what you did? Yes, blah, 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 blah. Burn. And just the hate, the anger, and then it does. Shiz it. Oh, shiz it. Oh, and just fucking cuts across him. You find out that Mongol normally can't be hurt, except apparently by Superman's angry heat vision. You hurt me. They fight, and then they fight some more. But again, you get great Alan Moore writing. Comics nowadays, it seems like you don't really get that. Now, obviously not Alan Moore writing. Everyone wants to be Alan Moore. But, just the level of brutality in this fight. Because, Mongol's an alien warlord. Superman is Superman unchecked. Well, not necessarily unchecked. He's holding back a little bit. Otherwise, he could probably kill Mongol. No problem. But angry, very, very angry. But again, right here, their enmity can only be measured in the skipped heartbeats of distant seismographs. They're hitting each other so hard, it's causing earthquakes. Both indestructible, each damages the other. Both irresistible, each finds himself thwarted. Surrender is not a possibility. And just, oh, God. Epic. Epic. Just so cool. Meanwhile, Robin's walking around with this fucking plant. Hey, Superman, are you around? Superman gets distracted by the statue of Krypton, remembers his life real quick, catches a thutch right in the face, and Mongol's like, oh man, I really thought you were going to kill me. He's like, too bad you hesitated, bro. Meanwhile, Robin's like, oh hey, I got this thing in the mail. Alright, so, he throws it. I was going to get on Mongol. Alright, so then it switches to Mongol, and he swats the thing away and reduces the boy to ash with a twitch of a circuit. And then he rips the Kryptonian's head from his shoulders, laughing at the way that the eyes roll for long seconds after death. And then he places it upon a spike and goes out to trample a world, carrying it before him, his hideous standard. But of course, in the real world, Plant's got him. Down he goes. Superman says it's over. So, it's pretty funny because in the next couple of pages, you get some just quirkiness, like Super Friends nonsense. So on the way in, Batman and Wonder Woman were talking about who got Superman what, and Wonder Woman's like, I'm not going to tell you because Superman's going to hear with his super hearing, and then that'll ruin the surprise. And Batman's like, oh, well, I paid a horticulturist to make a special kind of rose called the Krypton. This is where Batman says that in his Black Mercy dream, he married Kathy Kane, who is Batwoman, and they had a teenage daughter. I imagine she didn't start out as teenage. Like, they didn't have a teenage daughter. She grew up to be. Wonder Woman gives him a copy of the Bottle City of Kandor, and while she's doing it, he flies away to hide the version of the Bottle City of Kandor that he already has, to say, hey, thanks for this version of the Bottle City of Kandor. I don't know. I don't get it. Just what I've always wanted. And then they kiss, and the Superman's like, why don't we do that more often? I don't know. Too predictable? Yeah, you're probably right. Good point. The rose has been smushed. Sorry. Hey, what are you going to do with Mongol? I'm going to leave him here to die. And then, it's a really cool last page, which is Mongol. It shows Mongol taking over the universe. All right. We can see all these different warlords and things bowing to him. So I think that's Brainiac. Kane, looks like. It looks like Adam Strange from Ran, but he's not a warlord. I don't know why he'd be there. That almost looks like it could almost be Darkseid. Like, if you really wanted to get across that he was successful at conquering the universe, I think Darkseid should be there. But again, then at the very end, the stars run red, the nebulae echo with the screams of the dying. He is content. So that's just again, it's a really good. I'm gonna go back to that burn panel. The reason I brought it up is because this is, again, Superman having lived through his entire life. So in the span of a few minutes, Mongol breaks into the Fortress of Solitude, gets this fucking plant on him, and in those few minutes, Superman lives out an entire life where he has kids, and he has to suffer through losing his kids in order to come back and be the hero and find out just what Mongol did. It's tragic. I've gone on too long about this whole thing. It's tragic. It gets me. It gets me in a way that there was a comic book called, I want to say Jupiter Rising. It wasn't Jupiter Rising. I forget what it was. Jupiter Ascending. I don't know. I forget what it was called. But it's some sort of superhero thing. But it involves some sort of heel turn where this new group of heroes turned vigilante go to kill this old hero and his wife, and when they show up, the wife's like super strong. She's like Superwoman, so she beats the shit out of all of them, and she talks about how she could do it all day. And one of them's like, "You really think we didn't? You really think we all just lined up to get beat up by you? That was our whole point." And you find out that almost like the Black Mercy, like she's in this kind of side dream. To occupy her while they just fucking decimate. The person causing the side dream gives her just enough awareness to bring her back into her real body, and it's like she's been run through with like 15 different types of weapons. She's just fucking shredded. But no, that's my video. That's this. I just wanted to show you guys that. I had it on my mind, and I wanted to share that with you and try out some of this new equipment and some of this new editing stuff, and that's it. Let me know what you think. Come check us out, WLWstudios.com. All right, that's where you can certainly listen to our flagship show, The Midnight Jury, starring myself and my co-host, Mike Noringonger. You can also find us on Twitter, @MidnightJury. Please, we love to have conversation. Please drop by, let us know anything on your mind. If you want to have us talk about something, if you want to know our thoughts or our recommendations or whatever the case may be, please let us know. I can't control this camera. I lose focus for like a second, and all of a sudden my camera's pointing, to the four corners. We also each have our own Facebook. So that's Calvin Brody, Brodie, and that's Mike Noringonger, Nori Ngonger. And Midnight Jury has its own page as well. If you have a hankering to see more original content created, and you want to have a little bit more of a say over what kind of original content is created, please head on over to www.patreon.com/midnightjury and check out our different tiers there. We have a $3 tier, a $5 tier, and an $8 tier. And each and every one of them is, no matter the donation, is appreciated and goes so far. You guys could never know just how much it helps and how much we appreciate it. Words alone can't express that. But of course, you're not limited to 3, 5, or 8. You can certainly donate more than that if you have a couple extra shekels laying around and feel like fighting censorship, which is what it's all about, folks. At the end of the day, you have the right to decide what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear, and it's not anyone else's job to determine what should be there to choose from. So, thanks everybody for listening. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other ideas you want me to go over, any other comics, anything like that. I have a couple new comics that I wound up picking up, so I'm going to review those. Maybe not tonight. I might do that tomorrow. It's getting a little bit late. But again, let me know what you think. And it's been real nice talking to you guys. And so I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your night. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.